Hey everyone, and welcome back to Art a la Carte. In this episode I'm going to be bringing you a tutorial on how to draw one of probably going to be, because I haven't seen the movie yet, my new favorite animated character, which is Baymax! Ah! I absolutely love everything I've seen about Baymax so far. During my vacation to Disneyland, I got to have a sneak peek at the upcoming Hero 6 movie by Disney and got to see a little bit more information about Baymax and immediately fell in love with this guy, and so went off to the gift shop to find something Baymax-ish and found this guy. I love him so much, he's so cute! Oh, he's so cute! So I brought this guy home with me. Are you giving me a rabbit ears? I think he's giving me rabbit ears. So also while I was at Disney, if you've ever been to California Adventure, they have an animation academy where you go in and for like 10 or 15 minutes they show you how to draw a different Disney character. And I've done this several different times. I got to draw Mickey Mouse and Donald Duck before, and then I heard that they were doing Baymax, and I drug all of my friends in with me to draw Baymax, and it was really, really fun. And I love going to those kind of classes because they really break down their characters in really easy steps. And so I thought, well, since I learned how to draw Baymax, I would show you how to draw Baymax. The other fun thing about Baymax is he's super easy, and I believe anyone can be able to draw him just by having a couple of different shapes. So what I'm going to do is we're going to start off just drawing a basic Baymax shape, and it is really easy. You want to think of Baymax as being just curves, lots of circles, teardrops. There's no harsh edges with Baymax. He's, you know, like a balloon. So we're going to do a couple different circles. So the first circle we're going to do is we're going to do the chest circle here. And I'm going to go really, really lightly so that I can erase and make guidelines and all that good stuff. And a lot of times in my tutorials where I'm doing these kind of tutorials and I'm doing my circles and things, I get a lot of people asking, how do I draw circles? I actually have a tutorial teaching you how I draw circles. So I'll put the link in the description box below, or boom, right there. I'll put a link to that so you can click over there and see how to draw some circles. Really easy technique that really helped me learn how to draw circles. So this first one here is, it's not going to be a total circle, more of like an oval shape. And then this is for his upper chest area. And then right kind of overlapping it, I'm going to put a larger circle. And this is more of a circle than an oval. And I want it to come out a little bit further than the top chest circle. And again, just drawing nice and lightly so that you can go back around and clean up any lines that you need to. So now we have this kind of really weird looking kind of number 8. And at the very top, we're going to put a very small kind of oval at the very, very top. So now it looks like this kind of weird little snowman kind of guy. Now at the bottom here, so this is his body area. So at the bottom here, we're going to put these U shapes for his legs. So they just kind of come down and around. We're just drawing really, really loosely. We can go back in and tighten things up and fix our lines the way we want them in a little bit. And so we have his head, chest, belly, legs. So now I'm going to go ahead and connect in his body. So I'm just going to have this line that kind of curves and wraps around. So ultimately, Baymax's body is this really nice little pear shape right in here. So this, kind of think of that as a nice pear. So there's his body. And then we're going to put in his arms. And his arms, if you come down the shoulder just a little bit, and they do pooch out just a little bit, they're going to come down in this nice kind of elongated teardrop shape. That kind of comes down, if you get this line here, it comes down before that because his fingers are going to kind of end right at this line. So you want this kind of nice teardrop shape to end here where you still have room for his fingers. Same thing over on this side. And again, you don't want it like a sharp elbow. You want this just to be really loose. And ultimately, you want these two to end about the same distance. So from here to here to here to here, you want to try to make that the same. Okay, let's go ahead and put his fingers in. We're going to start first with his thumb. And again, just kind of like a little U shape for his thumb. And then curving in for his front of his fingers. His hands are kind of shaped, you know, are kind of doing this. So you see his thumb first and then his fingers this way. And then maybe just a little bit of a curve of a finger behind there. I'll do the same thing over here. Nice little thumb. And then coming down to the curve of the fingers right there. Now just to fix up his legs, I want to put a little bit of weight. I mean, he doesn't seem like he would be very heavy. But there would be a little bit of weight towards the bottom part of the bubble feet. So I kind of give that just a little bit of flattening. And I'm going to set his head into the circular of his shoulders. So it's keeping that same kind of nice oval shape. And you don't want to make it too big. You really want to keep his head small in proportion to his body. So we have kind of his little outline right there. So what I'm going to do before I start really crisping up my line is I'm going to go back through. I'm going to take my eraser and erase the lines that I don't need anymore. So I'm going to erase these lines right here in the center. Now if you're a really messy sketcher like I am, you'll notice I have lots of lines in here. And so I want to get one crisp line here. So I'm actually going to take my gummy eraser and I'm going to go through and I'm just going to erase over the whole thing. And I'm just going to see just this really faint outline of my Baymax. And I'll be able to then go in with a darker line and just really get that nice crisp line that I want. So now I can see kind of like a ghost shape of Baymax. So now I can go back in and just really clean up that line. We have them all kind of cleaned up. So some things to look for is, again, make sure that when you have the arms coming out that there's a definite distinction between where the arm bubble is and where the body bubble is. And then when drawing down here on the legs, as you draw the legs out, have them come out just slightly. Don't just draw them in. Have them kind of come out just a little bit and then down and around. And then when they come together, think of if you ever did like any kind of balloon animals, or maybe you've had a balloon animal before, when you have two bubbles that come really close together, they're really tight, but then as they get to the point where they wrap back in, they kind of curve back in just a little bit. So you want to kind of give that bubble appearance. Also, same thing with the fingers. You want the fingers to kind of have that bubble appearance, so the hand isn't going to flow right into the bubble. It's going to flow, and then the finger bubbles are just going to bubble on out of there. So this gives us kind of an overview of Baymax's body, but let's look at his face. So obviously there isn't a lot of stuff going on with Baymax's face, just his cute little eyes. And so they're just two little dark circles, just one on either side of his head, not too terribly far apart. And then a line right directly in between the two of them. When I was drawing with the Disney artist, they kind of said to imagine it as being like a little dumbbell. And I thought that really kind of helped out a little bit. As for any other detail, there is his just, I guess it's this little power bar. And it's just this kind of badge he wears. So a nice circle there, and then a line that comes up, across, and then up, and down, and across. And again, they described it as kind of a really weird Pokemon ball. So there we go, we have our Baymax. Now you can go back in here and add a little bit of shading and shadowing if you'd like to, or you could just keep him just kind of like this. He's really an easy character to learn how to draw. I found that with just a little bit of practicing and sketching him out a little bit, he really is some easy shapes, and you begin to kind of see how he would work together to create those different, how everything works together. So I think even a beginning artist could really get to be able to draw Baymax fairly quickly with just a little bit of practice. Yeah, so don't give up if you try and it's not coming out too well. Give him a couple of chances there, and just remember to draw really lightly and loosely at first. Well, I hope you enjoyed drawing Baymax as much as I enjoyed making this video for you. And if you did draw him, I would love to see your pictures. So make sure to post them on my Facebook page or Instagram, or you can even send them to my P.O. box. I would love to get them and hang them up on my wall of fame. If you're new to this channel, I invite you to go and check out some of my other videos. I have lots of different art tutorial videos on all sorts of different art topics. I post new videos 3 times a week, so there's always something new coming around the corner. So my question for you guys is, who do you think is the most cuddliest cartoon character out there? Let me know in the comment section below. And until next time, God bless you guys, and we'll see you later. Bye-bye. Wait, Baymax. What's with Disney and white, big, fluffy things that like to cuddle? I don't know. He's so